Big Al's Rant with Cayden McFarland, powered by Jack Cassee Ford.
Well, I'll tell you, the NBC executives are really glad they picked this game. Holy cow.
As Richard Sherman called it.
Ouch! I thought they had flex schedules. What's with this? The Rams
that'll
stink.
give us the Cowboys
and the
Tampa Bay
uniform
on
Seattle's
Sunday.
wearing.
Stink.
Holy cow.
As Richard Sherman called it, a poop fest.
Ouch.
A poop fest.
That's what we got.
All right, Zach's along for any
Hey, guys.
comments, quotes,
And
questions.
just so people know, this is our bowl game extravaganza. We're going to
Since there
run
are 41
through.
bowl games, we have exactly 7.5 seconds per game.
We're going to run through all 41 bowl games. So if you got any questions, you want to weigh in, you want to tell us we're wrong,
If you
tell
want
us
to make
we're
the picks
right.
for us, feel free.
Yeah,
make
tune
the
in on our
picks?
Facebook page.
Absolutely.
All
I
right,
mean,
I'm
some
gonna
of
let
these.
You're going to lead the way.
Speaking of poop, some of these games.
All right, out of the 41 games, I'd say that 20 are watchable. Unless you're an
I don't know if
absolute college football
Yeah,
junkie.
I agree. That's about right. About half
Or
of
you're
them.
betting on the game.
We'll get to Monday, December I think 26th, which is the worst day in bowl game history.
Well, I got to tell you, day one ain't the greatest. Excuse
Hey,
my French.
now my alma mater's involved, so this day one's more interesting to me than it is most people.
All
That's
right.
our first game, so I guess we can start there.
All right, so knowing that, now let's just
Hey, no, go Lobos. There it is, go Lobos.
If they
New
can't win a home
Mexico
game,
Yes.
versus Texas San Antonio in Albuquerque. The Lobos are 8-4, 361 yards rushing per game, number one in the country. Give me Bob Davie and the Lobos. Give me the
Your
Lobos.
7 seconds is up.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Timekeeper. New Mexico Bowl, the Las Vegas Bowl has Houston and San Diego. Some intrigue here. San Diego State has a really good running back who was close to being Heisman
Yep,
worthy.
2,000-yard guy.
And Houston, they're going through the transition of a new coach, Major Applewhite. I think it'll have a minor effect on this team. But I still think I like San Diego State to win this.
Do you?
game.
I like Houston, just a little more speed. I think that San Diego State, because there isn't a coaching change involved, there's an advantage there, but I think Houston just has a little more talent.
Appalachian State takes on
State.
Toledo in the Camellia Bowl, which Cayden reminded me is being played in Montgomery, Alabama.
Montgomery, Alabama.
The home of Henry Aaron and 4 other.
Yeah, that's right. Give me Toledo because, I don't know why. Appy State was impressive when they played Tennessee at the beginning of the year. Haven't seen anything from them since. Toledo throws the ball a bunch.
Pick Appalachian State since we haven't
You're going
seen
Appy
it.
State?
Yes,
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
right.
All right, UCF, which is really University of Central Florida, but they get their nose out of joint if you have the audacity to call them Central Florida.
I know.
They want to be known as UCF. And they're taking on Arkansas State.
Yeah, Arkansas State can play some, but when in doubt, I'll go with I go against the teams from the Fun Belt. You know what I mean? Record's not usually good for the Sun Belt in these bowl games. Give me UCF. Scott Frost doing a good job there. Solid job.
All right, the Cure Bowl, Southern Miss against Louisiana Lafayette. This at the Superdome.
Yeah.
And I made a comment on my blog that it's a good thing that the Superdome has their seats colored differently in each
Absolutely.
one. So on television, you can't tell that there's absolutely
You don't
nobody at
know.
the game. And this is where this really comes in handy.
We can promise you nobody will be at the game. Well, who you got in this one?
I'm going to take Southern Miss.
Same here.
All right. On Monday, we only have a single
Here we
game,
go.
and it's a day game. And this is the Tulsa game with Central Michigan. And we understand from Coach Montgomery that TU has perfected the way to defend the Hail Mary.
I think so, yeah. That's all we know about Central Michigan. They beat
That's all we
OSU
wanna
on the
know
Hail
about
Mary that never should have been.
All right. Well, they have lost 4 of their last 5 games.
That's right.
Tulsa's going to kill this team.
I couldn't agree more. I think this will be a lot like,
13
remember
point
Paul
spread.
Smith's last game, 63-7 against a MAC team that was in Mobile. Did the same
Bowling
thing to
Green,
Ball
right?
State the very next year. Yeah, to me, this is going to be just like that. TU arrived today. They're having fun. They're going to have even more fun on Monday.
All right. Although Mr. Lucas said he wasn't going to go into the ocean because he's afraid of sharks.
That's right. Kevin
Migration
Lucas.
of sharks. Yes.
Yeah, he
He's
knows
a
all about
sharks
shark
expert.
migration season.
I know.
This is shark migration season, according to Kevin, so he's not going anywhere near the water. He's 166 yards away from passing Howard Twilley. How about that? All-time leader in receiving.
And Dane Evans has already become the career leader in passing.
Right.
All right, let's go to Tuesday. We have Memphis and Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky just got a new coach, 3 days ago.
Yeah.
This is the Boca
Notre Dame.
Raton Bowl. And
The Del Boca Vista Bowl.
no truth that this is really a polo match, but
Yeah, that's right.
they play a lot of polo.
Okay, I got you. In Del Boca Vista.
Who are you picking?
Give me Memphis, Western Kentucky, the new coach, and Memphis finished the season strong. They looked awful against TU, but pretty good since then. Beat Houston.
All right, I'm going Western Kentucky just to be different. Wednesday, December 21st, just a single game. It's the Poinsettia Bowl in San Diego, BYU and Wyoming. The Cowboys of Wyoming having their best season in years. I'm sticking with the Cowboys.
Look at you, old whack matchup. BYU always beat Wyoming back in the day. It's not going to change.
And besides,
BYU.
one of our photographers, Thor, went to Wyoming.
Yeah, that's right. Your old buddy Marty, though, is a BYU sympathizer. He didn't go there.
That's true. He did go to BYU. He went to Weber State.
That's right.
Close enough. Weber State does play football, believe it or not.
They do.
Let's go. Where are we here? The Idaho Potato Bowl. Idaho and Colorado State. If Idaho can't win, they're in their home state.
Yeah. They're a big dog, I
shame,
think.
Shame.
Give me Colorado State. They've been hot. Finished the season well. They blew San Diego State out in the final game.
All right. Do we have anything from the
Are people interested in these
We do
bowl
have a
games?
question about Montgomery, but we can get to
Good.
that later
Okay.
if we have time.
Go. Kate, I can't read it.
All right, Eastern Michigan and Old Dominion.
Old Dominion plays
in the
football?
Bahamas Bowl. If you
Old
had
Dominion
come
plays
to
football.
me at the beginning of this season and said, "Hey, does Old Dominion play in the FBS?" I would have said
would've
absolutely
said,
not.
no way.
They're a 9-win team. They went 7-1 in Conference USA. Give me Old Dominion.
And they get to
just
go to
because shame on
Bahamas
me.
yet.
They go to the Bahamas. How about that?
Jeez. All right. I'll go Old
How many,
Dominion.
how many people are going to be in attendance for that thing?
Well,
Eastern
the
Michigan.
last two games, I'll go if they want me to. All right, Louisiana Tech and Navy. Navy embarrassed against Army, losing their first time to the Cadets
Down to
in
their
15
third-string
years.
quarterback.
Yes, so I'm going with Tech.
Going Law Tech. This is a perfect spot for Navy. They're the underdog. They just lost to Army. Third-string quarterback. This is where these guys bow up. Give me Navy in the upset.
This
Law
one
Tech's
is
good, though.
Fort Worth, by the way. Ohio and Troy. I have absolutely
Snoozer.
no idea. No idea.
When in doubt, I'll go with the guys from further
If
south.
I were junkie, I'd get off the stuff right now. All
Give me
right.
Troy in this matchup of teams
Okay.
with four-letter word
All
names.
right. Now, the next one, the Hawaii Bowl. Hawaii
Uh-huh.
goes up against Middle Tennessee State. Now, if I don't pick MTSU,
You gotta
my
go.
wife is going to scream.
Absolutely. They'll be happier to be there,
My
right?
wife went to Middle Tennessee. so
Yeah.
I have
Hey,
to
give
go
me
with
Middle
that.
Tennessee.
All right. Now we're getting a little more competitive. Miami against Mississippi State. Mississippi State is 5-7.
And in a bowl game, and they're probably going to win by 1,000. Give me Mississippi State
They did
big.
not get this bid because of their APR.
They
being
did.
good.
Yeah, no,
This
APR
is
was
the reason-
factored in. I tell you,
Mississippi State.
those Mississippi State tutors are heroes. They're the real MVPs.
Yeah, they could buy all the tickets that they're not going to sell when they go to this. And it's in St. Petersburg, by the way. Maryland, Boston College. This is at
Yikes.
Ford Field in Detroit.
There
It's
are no
the
winners
Cook Lane
here.
Bowl. There's no way to escape that. Who do you like?
Maryland, because
I'll go
why not?
Boston College. NC State and Vanderbilt. The Commodores go to Shreveport.
I know where you're going here.
Well, I got to go Vanderbilt.
Yeah, you got to go Vandy. They beat Ole Miss and Tennessee.
The obstacles in their way. Vanderbilt. Oh.
They beat Ole Miss and Tennessee to finish the year. NC State actually had a couple of impressive performances, but give me Vandy just because that's a feel-good story. Derek Mason doing a nice job.
All right, Army, North Texas, and the Dallas Bowl.
Yes, Seth
at the Cotton
Luttrell.
Bowl. Go Army.
Seth Luttrell, Mason Fine. North Texas beat Army this season, but Mason Fine's not going to start. He's been injured, so I'll go Army.
Temple and Wake Forest. And this is where the former assistant coach, former player, and now former color commentator.
How about that story?
If you haven't heard, the Wake Forest color radio man.
Yes. Kind of like
gave-
Merv Johnson
Right, the
for
Merv
Wake
Johnson
Forest.
of Wake Forest gave Wake Forest game plans to Wake Forest's opponents.
Unbelievable. For 2 years.
Right.
We know for sure Louisville took them, and probably most people took them
Right.
and utilized these things. And Wake Forest still got to a bowl game somehow.
All right,
Temple lost their coach to Baylor. Give me Wake Forest. I'm going to assume the opponent not having the game plan. That fares well for the Demon Deacons.
Here's another story that folks making picks like we are take this into consideration. Minnesota and Washington State.
Yeah.
Minnesota is thinking about boycotting this game because 10 players have been recently suspended from the team. I don't know for sure the university from school, but they've been dismissed from the team for allegations of sexual misconduct.
And players walked off today at
The
practice.
teammates walked off practice today, and they are threatening to boycott the entire game.
That's
So
the
that's a
biggest
mess.
cinch around. Yeah, Washington State.
Boise State and Baylor.
I stand corrected. This is the biggest cinch. There's no way Baylor wins. There is no way Baylor
Just
wins
when
this
you
ball
thought-
game.
No. All right, I'll go with Boise
Are
State.
you going? Okay, yeah, there you go.
This game in Phoenix, by the way. It's the Cactus Bowl. All right, Pittsburgh and Northwestern.
Pittsburgh. They're a pretty
This
good
is the
team, actually.
Pinstripe
Beat
Bowl in my
Clemson, scored a
ballpark.
bunch of points. Yeah, give
My
me
home away
Pittsburgh.
from home. I'm going Pittsburgh as well.
fun
West
game.
Virginia and Miami in the
Here we
Russell
go.
Athletic Bowl.
We begin to see what the Big 12 is. It was not good in the non-conference. Will they have a decent showing in the bowl games? I mean, this is a chance to pick up a pretty nice win for West Virginia. Give me Miami. Until proven otherwise, I'm going against the Big 12,
All right.
mostly.
I'm going West Virginia here. Indiana and Utah. Indiana, of course, there you have
Yeah.
a coaching change.
Utah easy.
Utah, yeah, will win easily. Texas A&M and Kansas State.
Yeah, this is intriguing to me.
I'm going Kansas State, man.
I like that
I think
pick.
they like defense. They've got the Defensive Player of the Year in the Big 12 for whatever that's
Yeah.
worth.
I like that pick. A couple years ago, Bill Snyder beat a Michigan team that has more talent. I mean, he's done that before, but I look at Texas A&M's defense. I think they're legit. Kansas State is usually one-dimensional. I just think Texas A&M's going to have success defensively, but I think it's low-scoring and close. A&M in a close one.
All right, I'm going Kansas State. We move on. South Florida, South Carolina.
South Florida lost their coach. South Carolina's just not very good.
Every other
I
team
guess
has
give
lost
me
their
USF.
coach.
Yeah, I know it.
It's all right. Arkansas and Va-Tech.
Interesting game here.
I'm interested to see if Arkansas is really interested in this game, the way they finished the season.
I think they need to be because
out
their
of this
coach is going to be on a hot seat next year. I mean,
Well, that can work
one way or
both
another.
ways.
That's right. I think Arkansas will be interested, but give me Fuente. I'm impressed with what he's done at Virginia Tech this year.
Yeah, I'm going with Va-Tech, too. This game is, by the way, the Belk Bowl in Charlotte. All right, OSU and Colorado.
Here we go.
Wow.
Let's talk.
By the way, today, Mike Gundy, well, we kind of knew he didn't sign his contract, but today he admitted that his extension of his contract has not been signed. He has not signed it, and he's had it since June. And said, I'm not signing it, and went through the entire season without signing it.
And we don't know exactly what the dispute is. I guess we can take a guess here or there. But anywho, that's a little bit worrisome. Not necessarily with regard
he's
to this
gonna
bowl
leave.
game. Colorado's a slight favorite. I actually think Oklahoma State's the better team. I mean, Colorado's 1 year removed from being one of the worst Power 5 teams we've seen for almost a full decade. I like Mason Rudolph bouncing back after the, poor Bedlam performance. I like Oklahoma State in this game.
All right, Colorado has the Coach of the Year in Mike McIntyre.
He's a good coach.
Believe it or not, I covered this kid in high school.
McIntyre?
McIntyre was the son of the Vanderbilt head coach George McIntyre when I was working in Nashville.
That's fascinating.
And Mike McIntyre, I covered his signing at the
Okay.
coach's house
Yeah.
and all that, and watched him play high school ball.
He's had a heck of a
so
year.
we go way back. He's had a good year, but I've seen Colorado play a few times, and they're kind of blah.
Yeah, but big and strong on the lines, both lines.
Right.
Which,
But I think OSU will win
yeah,
this one.
same here.
All right, here we go. Friday, Georgia and TCU. This the Liberty Bowl.
Yeah, give me Georgia. Just, don't
All right.
believe in the Big
Yeah,
12.
I think TCU is decimated, and they just want this year over. Stanford, North Carolina. This has some interesting elements to it. Both Stanford and North Carolina seem to have a lot of things going for them at the start of the season. They didn't materialize the way maybe they should have, but they finished up okay.
Yeah, Stanford finished strong, and McCaffrey's back and healthy. This will be his final game. Hey, give me those guys, even though
He's the
Fedora's
player
offense
for
is
the-
dangerous.
right.
Yep.
All right, Nebraska, Tennessee.
I'll go champions of life, Tennessee, but I'm not sure why, to be honest. I haven't seen much of Nebraska, but looking at the
this
box
is in
scores, not real
Nashville.
impressed. Yeah, give me Tennessee.
So Tennessee's going to have
SEC over Big
40,000
Ten when in
fans
doubt.
there. So even when Tennessee's bad, fans show up. South Alabama Air Force.
Air Force.
That in the Arizona Bowl. You're going Air Force
go
as
there.
well. Michigan and Florida State.
Florida
Interesting
State.
game.
I'll take those jive turkeys, Florida State.
No, I'm going
I
Michigan.
just root against Jim Harbaugh. That's all
you
there is
just-
to that.
It's that Notre
Just a
Dame
hater.
in you.
Yeah, too
All right,
much.
let's LSU Louisville.
Give me LSU.
know-
I think those kids play hard. Aranda's a great defensive coordinator. I think he'll find a way to bottle
I
up
think there could
Jackson.
be two teams that I hate the most.
Right here. Here it is in the Camping World
game,
Stadium, Orlando,
I
Florida.
can't stand either one of them.
Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl.
I really, but I detest Louisville the most.
Okay, I
So
appreciate
I'll pick
that.
LSU there. I'm just being honest, folks.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, Georgia Tech and Kentucky.
Got that hate in your heart, let it
How did
out.
Kentucky get into a bowl game?
But
Their
7-5.
coach was about ready to be fired
Apparently not.
halfway through the season.
You give us Stoops a month to get ready for that triple option. Give me Kentucky. Man, the SEC's
All right.
winning a lot of games.
Do you want to skip the playoff games for now and wait?
You want to do that at the end? Sure. Let's talk OU
right, let's-
Auburn. Sugar
All right,
Bowl.
OU Auburn Sugar Bowl coming up. OU is a favorite. Auburn is getting healthy offensively.
Yeah.
Their
Defensive
skill
line's
players are
strong.
back. They got a good defense, but I think OU will squeak it out.
Yeah, same here, about a field goal. I think OU plays well, and they need every bit of it.
All right, USC and Penn State in the Rose Bowl.
You know, I'm going to go with Penn State. I was impressed with them in the Big Ten title game, and I think USC's a little overrated.
I'm going USC, and I think they'll trounce them.
Really?
Western Michigan and Wisconsin.
Wisconsin big.
Yes,
Not even
Wisconsin,
close.
no contest. Florida, Iowa.
Florida, because, I mean, come on.
That's the Outback Bowl.
Yeah, I respect Iowa, but I mean, we saw the Rose Bowl last year, right, when Stanford went up 45-0. I mean, come on, not Iowa.
Iowa beat Michigan.
They did. That's true.
All right, look, before we do the playoff games, what did they want to know about Montgomery?
Yeah, so you guys mentioned Gundy's contract extension earlier. JD wants to know, do you think Philip Montgomery's 5-year contract extension will truly be 5 years? No?
It will not even be 2 years.
No. If it were, yes.
He's going to have a nice
years, I
season
would say
next
no.
year with Chad President at quarterback. He'll find a way to win 9 again, maybe 10. And then, I mean, he is deserving of a big-time job. I love this guy.
You know,
Checks
it's
the
amazing,
boxes.
though, that over half the coaches in Division I, or whatever they call it now, FBS, is it?
Yep.
Make over almost $2 million.
Wow.
That's 40 coaches.
Holy moly.
$2 million. So
It's
Montgomery's
too
not
early to
there.
project where he may land.
And,
but
and money may not be the main objective here. I mean, there's, 1 out of 50 coaches that probably stay at a place because they like it a lot and their family
Right.
likes it a lot and all that other stuff.
And I do believe he likes it
And,
here.
and a lot of times money does talk and, the other stuff walks. But I don't know.
Can TU afford to pay him that much long term? I mean,
The crowds have to get
Exactly.
there. There has to
Absolutely.
get more direction and marketing in this team, and I don't know how to do it. They've tried every which way but loose to get people
It
in the
is-
stands. What does it take?
It is a small school, and so at OU and OSU, that is a family tradition. That is something you grow up doing. So many families in this state, on Saturdays in the fall, we are tailgating every single Saturday. And at TU, for so many people in this town, it's, yeah, I want to get to a game or two this year. And when it's I want to, and it's a maybe, maybe not thing, you always go maybe not when it comes to it. You know what I mean? You got something else to do on a Saturday, raking leaves, going shopping, whatever. It's just too small a school with
You're suggesting
loyalties
people would
elsewhere.
rather rake leaves than go to the team.
Apparently, nobody shows
And you guys
up.
have talked a lot about that this season of the Rant. That it's sad that not very many people are going to the TU
Yeah.
games because they've been good this season.
I would not rather rake leaves. That's a good football team. They were fun to watch this year, and I do hope people are going to show up next year.
All right.
Because Philip Montgomery's coming back.
All right, let's get to the playoff game.
Here we go.
Alabama romps.
Yeah, that's all we need to
Absolute
say
romps.
there. Washington,
And Ohio State, Clemson. I think Clemson wins this game.
I'm with you. I like
think their
Deshaun Watson.
I think their speed. Looked like Ohio State was getting tired at the end of the season, and not. I mean, they've got a nice little break here, but I think that seasons catch up to you, and I think Clemson has got something to prove.
Ohio State's so young, and the narrative on them was that they were a national title contender early on because of what they did to OU. But when you look in hindsight, they were able to take advantage of OU being one of the worst pass defenses, maybe the worst OU pass defense we can ever remember. Turns out Ohio State doesn't throw the ball that well. They're not going to throw it as well against Clemson as they did OU. Clemson, meanwhile, can throw the ball. I like Deshaun Watson over J.T. Barrett in the matchup.
Did we get a misrepresentation of
think so.
Ohio State by the way they
think
moved the
so.
football against OU's bad defense?
I think so. I think if you played that game in November, maybe it'd be different, with D.D. Westbrook healthy. We only have 12 games, and you only have a handful that are good teams against good teams or great against great. And so, we write that story earlier in the year. They weren't that great at the end of the year. They're a great team, nothing against them, but they're so young. I think
They deserve
Clemson's
to
a little
be in the
better.
playoffs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Zach, thanks.
Thanks,
Anything
guys.
else cooking?
Oh, who do you
Nope,
have for
that's
the
it for now.
national championship winner?
Oh, Alabama. I thought that was already a foregone conclusion.
Give me Clemson.
Okay.
Watson gets his revenge. I'm hoping this is what
The
happens.
revenge of Watson.
He put 40 on him last year.
That is true.
I know, nobody's beating Alabama.
Well, I think it's
Wishful
a
thinking.
good thing that Alabama is losing their offensive coordinator.
Yeah. You think that's good for Bama? Everything works out for Saban.
It always does, doesn't it? All right. Thanks for being with us. We'll send
absolutely,
you
that
back
was
to
fun.
the NFL game, but you'll thank us for going over. Because nothing has happened in this game. Not a single thing has happened in Seattle and the Rams. Okay?
Fact.
You'll thank us tonight. All right, that wraps it up. We'll see you on Sunday.
Big Al's Rant with Cayden McFarland, powered by Jack Casey Ford.